Hello and welcome back to the Black and Gold review show. Pedro, a disappointing weekend, 3-1 defeat up at Dumbarton. We always said it was going to be a tough game.
Yeah.
I'm guessing it was.
Aye, it was a tough game. I think you'll see from the highlights that obviously we had chances.
Yeah,
we had chances. That was kind of the thing that was kind of pleasing, I suppose, that we were having chances first half. Especially we had about 3 or 4 kind of clean cut.
just didn't get them in the net.
Just couldn't get them in the net. Tam had a header right at the goalie. It was a good save. Dicko had a shot. Who else? There was another one or two that had really good opportunities. And again, I thought we'd done really well. Then they got their first goal from
A free kick,
which was Hoops' first yellow card.
Yep.
Obviously, he ended up getting sent off. The ball, I don't know. I couldn't see it. It was what it was, but it caught him just outside the box, and free kick into the near post. So
Yep.
that was the first one.
But again, a good reaction because you go 1-0 down.
Yep.
Tommy Goss comes on,
Cammy.
gets the goal to bring you back into it as well.
He was class.
Was he?
Aye.
His header was a brilliant header. I watched him back. Some height he gets. That what a leap he gets. Brilliant header. So it gets you on level terms. And then, as you say, there's a lot of incidents in this game that happened Saturday because Hooper obviously was sent off.
Yeah.
And then the fire alarm goes off.
We were in it. Honestly, we were on. The
Momentum
was with us.
Right.
100% was with us. Fire alarm goes off, like you say.
In the stadium, in the stand.
In the stand. So
Right.
I think what I believe happened was someone had knocked the brake glass.
Yeah.
So the fire alarm went off. So then there's a procedure that
Everyone goes on the
staff have
pitch.
to bring everyone on the pitch or out of the stand. So I don't know if anyone's seen the pitch, but it was bad enough before the fans were on. Never mind.
Stampede
after
on the pitch.
Jesus. Then you've got the fans taking penalties and that. Into the
Only in Scottish football. Amazing. I suppose I get why the meeting point would be the pitch in case if there was a fire inside the stadium, you would go straight onto the pitch. But
could have put them on the outside.
Not ideal. Like their folk are hanging on the bars and taking penalties and that. Mental.
Run about getting selfies with the players and that. So, and then they made a couple of changes, got back into it to do another warm up.
Right, so it was quite a long period.
It was because I think they had to wait on the fire brigade.
Yeah, they would probably
to
as a procedure,
the alarm and just to check things over, whatever. And then we just didn't really get going after that. I didn't feel, but again, it killed it. The momentum was the same for them. Totally accept that. But when we were on the ascending side,
it just takes away from if you had that period, even if it was another 10 minutes, you maybe would have got a goal and it would just give you that lift. But again, as you say, it's the same for both teams. These unforeseen circumstances happen and you need to deal with it. And but again, I watched the highlights back. He did have a lot of chances. Again, touching on another instant, you miss a penalty. I know you were 3-1 down at the time, but
then there should have been another pen.
I heard that. I've not seen the incident, but I heard that.
Gets taken out in the box again for what would have been the second one, but aye,
because it was Tony Wallace that scored the second.
He came on just as he came on when we restarted the game.
Right, okay.
Him and Mbongo.
Yep.
They came on. I think Hilson just came on just before that. I think I'm right in saying
because he got the third, didn't he?
The third one, aye. So Tony, like I say,
it was a good goal actually. He cuts in. I know you always look defensively and think you can do better, but he takes it well individually.
He does, and you're like, why are you trying, Tony?
Come on, you're an Annan fan. Come on.
Why are you trying?
Disappointing overall because that obviously confirms that Annan will be in the playoffs.
Aye. That was the chance thing.
Frustration that will be there.
It is, absolute frustration. But again, it's like we're compounding it down to one game. It wasn't one game. You know what I mean? If things would have went in our favour, we didn't have injuries. If we didn't have this, that, the next thing it is what it is. There's no point. This is what I was trying to say in the changing room after the game. Where we are now.
Oh, you can't dwell on it. No,
we can't dwell on that.
Can't change it. Like it is what it is.
Change it up. And
the only way you can change it is win your next 5 games, and you'll still be in League One. So that's a positive. That listen, there's still another opportunity. Absolutely, just maybe harder than you wanted it to be. But again, positives from the weekend that
Massive one. There's one massive one that's a positive.
Tommy Goss being on the pitch. There's number one. You score a goal, you react well again from going behind, but again you had so many chances as well. So it just wasn't one of them days that you just couldn't get the ball in the back of the net for the amount of chances you have. So there's you've got to put a positive spin in it. There's no point in dwelling on it at this moment. It'll be interesting going ahead to the weekend to see what the manager does, because again it's a dead rubber for you.
Even for Cove, I know.
And for
do you know what I mean? It's
Cove, I think they've still got a wee bit to play for, because I think they're
second or third.
Aye, which they'll obviously play Queen's. I think it'll potentially be, but it just depends who's at home first and how much does that affect them that much.
Would you prefer? Would you rather be at home on the Tuesday night one?
Do you know what I'd prefer? And probably looking from the outside in, I think both teams, if you know you're in the playoffs and you know you're either second or third, I'd just rest your team, because it doesn't matter if you're home and away. I really don't think it does.
Especially if Queen's are full time.
Yeah, if your team's fresher,
you've got
you've got more chance, and again you're setting yourself up. Could you get an injury? And it's the same for Annan now. Annan will be looking at, and Willie will be looking at, thinking, I know you've not got a big squad, so that's one of the problems for Annan. But the guys that hopefully Tommy can get a bit more game time and get him up to speed again, if he's feeling okay after the weekend. But there'll be other guys you just want to. I don't know what the manager's thinking, but Gowser, he's at an age that, do you need to play him? Does he need to play? I don't know. And again, that's probably a conversation the manager has with Gowser.
Yeah.
But again, it's probably just managing your players, because Tuesday night's the biggest game now.
Massive. And again, I think it goes down to Edinburgh or Elgin, isn't it?
Yeah, I wrote it down. So East Fife are on 62. They're guaranteed the second. Hughes will play fourth in League Two.
Yeah.
And it's Edinburgh City who are on 56 and Elgin are on 55 at the moment. So there's only a point difference. So again, it just depends on how they approach, because they're guaranteed of the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They're guaranteed of further four. So it just depends what their manager thinks. Does Edinburgh or Elgin think that East Fife's an easier game? I don't know. It's quite strange the way that some managers might take it, or do they just see that as an opportunity? We're getting the playoffs, I'm going to rest my whole team. I don't really care if I finish third or fourth. I want a fresh team for the Tuesday. So it will be very interesting what happens this weekend. But for Annan, it's just about yourselves and how the manager obviously wants to manage the players on Saturday, because there's nothing to play for. From a point of view of Annan, there's nothing to play for. No, it's all about Tuesday, and focus will be shifted to Tuesday. Absolutely. It's maybe an opportunity Saturday to get a couple of boys that haven't played maybe on the bench to get a bit of game time in case they're needed in the playoff games, or give them an opportunity to show what they can do. So there's loads of things around the game.
Honestly, first half, Cammy, I thought before they scored, like. We were good.
Yeah.
Aye. Didn't look like conceding. Didn't look. It was fine. Kind of. We were on the attack most of the time. I thought it was good, really good. Dicko and Max, obviously, they were on our left hand side, on the dugout side first half, and I thought they were causing all sorts of problems.
Really good, yeah.
I'll tell you who done well. Aaron Linus and. Who's the other big lad at the back? Matt Shields. For them.
Yes,
they were kind of playing centre half for Dumbarton, and for not being the biggest, Shields is a decent size, but Aaron's no massive.
Mm-hmm.
And done really well in there.
Aggressive.
Aye, and like I say, he was playing against Tam, who's quite an aggressive.
Mm-hmm. Aye, he is very aggressive.
I think we've probably got more joy
down the
sides and through them, rather than the high
going
ball.
direct.
But again, it is.
How was the pitch?
Oh, it was honking.
Was it dry?
No,
was it not?
That, but it was solid.
Was it?
It seemed pretty solid. Then it was bumpy. You watch the game, you'll see the ball
just
flicking
awful.
up. And Jamie was trying to take kicks, and sometimes he tried to do it first time if it's getting ball back to him, and it's just
worse. But again, it's coming like that to you. It's just bobbling as he comes towards you. It's brutal, terrible.
But on the whole, obviously very disappointing. But like I say, we've got to be positive for 4 big games.
Mm-hmm.
4 big games. That's. Get Saturdays, it's a formality.
You look at actually just again.
Injury-free.
I'm looking at would Annan probably want to play Edinburgh City probably rather than the trip to Elgin, at any point, whether that's obviously we think it would be
distance-wise, absolutely.
And again, just thinking about pitches.
Yeah.
Edinburgh playing AstroTurf, whereas Elgin are obviously a grass pitch still up there, so you don't know what state it's going to be at this time of the season. Probably there's very few and far between grass pitches, unless it's top flight, that's decent. At this time of season. So again, it's maybe one that Edinburgh probably. But
we can't influence.
No,
that,
you can't, and they'll all be tough games.
Yeah.
They'll all be tough games. But I'm sure with the quality Annan squad, if you get right on the day, you can absolutely win all these games as well.
Again, we've proved that throughout the season.
Yep.
We have been good enough in spells. We've been good enough.
Do you know the cup finals now though? This is it. Like you genuinely know that. There's 2 games and you have a result at the end of that, whether you play the next 2 games or that's you. So it's, in your head, I know what we've said, and I'm pretty sure that you have been saying that it feels that cup final the last 3 games of the season, but these are actual cup finals. They're there for you, that you need to get result. But
and again, if we have a full strength squad, Cammy, and for the first time, but Aidan, it would be great if we could get him back at some point for them. What a boost to, like, if you're Willie and you're seeing your full strength team, you're like, where's that been all season?
I know.
Do you know what I mean?
And that's been one of them seasons that's been difficult with injuries. Oh, it's like, as you say, you mentioned Tommy's come on and you said he was brilliant.
Mate,
he's been out for so long now. What's that, 5 months?
Aye.
It's a long time.
But even on the defensive side,
we
go obviously for defending corners.
He's huge.
He's a
big lad, and he's aggressive as well.
Yes.
So, he's
first touch come down, Cammy. Boink! No, I'm joking. First touch come down, and then when he takes it in, and then we're playing around the corners. And I'm not saying we've been missing it, but Tommy as a person we've been missing. Because he's a big character and all. So even just being on the bus to the league, he's being in the changing room
involved,
and he's experienced. Like I say, he's played a lot of games.
Yep.
I think.
But good to have him back again. You've got him back now, so hopefully, touch wood, he's feeling good after the game, and there's no injury concerns from it. And we've got him for the playoffs, and that's it. He's there, and he can hopefully make a huge difference. Other results at the weekend: Celtic clinched the title 5-0 against Dundee United, which was always going to happen. Everyone knew that was the other big one for me. Was Dundee beating Hearts at Tynecastle straight after the game. Neil Critchley gets sacked. He had done an interview saying we all need to stick together, and then about an hour later he got sacked. Quite deflating. But
you could tell us before I went out.
Another poor result for Rangers, 2-2 away to St Mirren. Falkirk Friday night, what a game that was.
The boys were on about it. I never seen it.
Incredible. So 1-1, 97 minutes. Falkirk need to win the game and even draw the game. And I think, am I right in saying, because it's even points now. So they need to win the game.
Yeah.
They were in control because 1-1, Bannigan gets sent off. They're playing against 10 men for a long period, and you think they're going to nick it and win it. Worst they'll come out with is a draw. And they then concede on the 97th minute. Livy go and win 3-0 on the Saturday, so it's now even points. Falkirk do have a better goal difference. They play Hamilton on Friday, so it's all to play for in the last game. Incredible. They all play on Friday night. Every team play Friday night, so it'll be
fantastic, isn't it?
Great finish to the season for the championship. So much in it. Queen's got a good 2-0 win over Steny.
Again, cemented their
playoffs. Yep, so they're in the playoffs with a game to spare, which is good for them. So it was a busy old weekend with Greg in the studio.
Yes, it's went well received. It was well received. Greg spoke well, didn't he?
Some players he's played with.
Yeah.
Great players.
Like Jordan Pickford.
Pickford again. You forget about he was at Carlisle on loan, and some really good stories. I really enjoyed it. Actually, it was good, and his general knowledge. He was Bang
told you.
on, but he was very good, apart from the cards. You stitched them
I'm
up.
not sure who. Might not have been Greg's fault.
No, so so if you've not seen Greg Fleming's podcast yet, it is available on our YouTube channel, and while you're there, click that subscribe button, Peter.
Subscriptions are up to 240.
Hi, we're nearly at the 250 mark. We'll get there. Come on, subscribe to us. Click on it. Cove at home.
Yes.
So it is
again, there's not much to say on it because it's a formality. Like Willie was saying, it is a formality. We were going through the game and we're not trying to pick up any injuries or suspensions because we're going to need everyone for
most important
for the 4 games after that. Just
to be honest, I think both teams, if they had the opportunity just to write it off and not play the game, they probably would, because it'd be best for them both. Cove have obviously got the playoffs. You guys have got the playoffs at the other end, and it would probably just be nice if they could just shake your hand and say, right. But it could be one of them games that could probably potentially, hopefully Annan go and win and get a bit of momentum, but I think it'll be a very nobody get injured, because it's so important for both teams that at the end of it they've got fully fit, and as you say, no suspensions.
That's the bigger picture. You've got to look at it. It's alright saying, you want to go and win, you want to go. Yes, but let's be sensible.
No.
We don't want bookings, we don't want suspensions. It's or injuries or anything. So I think we just tread carefully.
Yep, totally.
Hopefully, like I say, that's my opinion on it, but
hopefully there's a decent crowd turn up on Saturday as well, because you want to back the boys and let the boys know that you're behind them till the end of the season, and I'm pretty sure the playoff games will take care of themselves, because there's always a big crowd, there's always a big backing. I'm pretty sure
a bit interest in it and all, let's be honest. It's big for the club.
Massive for the club. And again,
when we get through this, it'll be even sweeter.
Imagine that party.
Exactly.
Oof, that'll be great. I'm covering I found out, so I am covering the 2 final games.
For us, actually.
So was that the last time when you went up? For Alba, I'm covering the 2 games, so it would be great to celebrate after the game that Annan stay up, and I'm pretty sure with the quality they've got, they will. How's about that, Peter?
Absolutely. What was actually going to say is there's been a bit of movement online for the goal of the season.
And
stuff like that. Yeah, right. on Instagram and the social media. So if you've not been on, go and vote and see. There's a few contenders in there.
Is there?
Eddie's got a couple of bangers, and obviously Reece Breen's one from the halfway line.
Oh yeah, aye.
So there's a good Luca Ross is on there from a couple of weeks ago. But there's a good few crackers, Dickos at Arbroath.
So is it a vote?
There's a vote, so I think they'll take them over the social media platforms, and fans vote for goal of the season. So that's online. Then obviously the awards night is on after the Cove game in the clubhouse. So there'll be a selection of awards, being presented by the club and the supporters club. So
great.
That'll be good for fans to come in and join in before like I say, it'll be a quiet affair, I would imagine, because of the importance of Tuesday night wherever we're going.
Get yourself there, support the club, support the boys as well. Make sure you show your face, and I'm pretty sure
this is where we need to get together.
Absolutely, got to rally together,
Cammy. There's no, you've been in enough changing rooms and where there's something to play for, and the boys feel together, and they've got. I'm not saying there's nothing to play for. We've had the whole league to play for, and cups and whatever else. But now it's a wee bit more. It's real.
But it comes to a head where you've got, and as I say, the opportunity is absolutely still there. So there's no doom and gloom about this. Is just meeting the opportunity head on and taking it and staying in the league by winning these playoff games. That's all you need to do. It's going to be hard. It's going to be tough. You're going to have to go through adversity, but you can absolutely do it. So, and as you say, the fans play a big part. The whole club, everyone, the community, everyone, just get behind the players, get behind the staff, the club, everybody get behind them and come as one, because it can end up being a massive celebration if they do stay up, because it's an achievement.
It's
so
an absolute achievement.
We've got to get behind everyone at the club and get behind the players. Get yourself there on Saturday, show your support and help them along the line. And I'm pretty sure the 2 home games in the playoffs will be rammed, hopefully.
Yeah, it'd be nice.
Hopefully,
wouldn't it? It would be a real boost to the players and kick us on a wee bit more. So that would be really good. Good. Right, well, good luck to Annan on Saturday against Cove, and good luck in your
first playoff game. I know we'll probably have a show maybe before that, but certainly want to say good luck in the first playoff game. Get behind the boys, get there and support them on Saturday, and hopefully we can get them over the line. But once again, thanks again for joining us on the Black and Gold Review Show, and until the next time, we'll see you then.